Should Sabu be in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh, wow.
Van Damme is.
Yeah.
And Sabu, whether people like it or not, Sabu was his own enemy when it came to business and promoters. However, let's not face the fact that he changed wrestling.
Yeah. Well, I'd say Sabu should be in the Hall of Fame. He contributed a lot to professional wrestling when he was in the limelight.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys patterned themselves after Sabu. Rob Van Dam patterned himself after Sabu.
Yes.
You know, even though, Rob came into his own and did his own thing, Sabu helped train Rob.
Yeah.
But a lot of the wrestlers that came along later, everybody who broke a table, the way they broke tables got it from Sabu.
Right.
Sabu, I had many conversations with him, and he went to the WWE, went to WCW.
Yeah.
In the WWE, they wanted to change his gimmick.
Yeah, they did.
And he didn't want to change his gimmick.
He was going to be the Sultan.
They also shot a gimmick to him for he was more like a street fighter.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was like a street fighter.
Yeah.
Maybe bandana and that type of thing. And he didn't want to change his gimmick.
Right.
Which I think they frowned upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he didn't get the push there that he expected. Then, I love Sabu, but sometimes his matches are hit or miss.
Oh yeah.
But Sabu, if he quote unquote botched something, he'd go back and do it again.
Yeah.
But I remember his match with Rey Mysterio, which was phenomenal, and that was the best match I remember him having.
One of the matches that I thought was amazing was him against John Cena.
John Cena, that was
match,
good. That
man.
was good.
What a
But for some
match.
reason, they didn't let him go.
Yes.
Like they should have let him go.
And I do believe, and I recently heard a podcast interview with Eric Bischoff about Sabu. When he brought him into WCW, he said, we had every idea we throw at him, and he would blow it off and say, no.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where he said, look, let's face it, Sabu is a brother of ours.
Mm-hmm.
He truly is.
Mm-hmm.
And should be living in an island somewhere in a mansion, because of what he's contributed to wrestling.
Right.
What do you think is the reason why he isn't
Well,
seen as that wrestling royalty that his uncle was? Was he too much like his uncle?
Well, I think being like his uncle, hurt him in aspects.
Yeah.
Like dealing with a Vince McMahon, dealing with an Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
So he didn't have that longevity making that top dollar in the WWF and in WCW like he could have.
Yeah.
He didn't have a 10-year career there,
Yeah.
a 15-year career there.
Yeah.
In ECW, he got paid and sometimes he didn't.
Right.
So that long money wasn't in the ECW where he established himself,
Right.
Just didn't have that career
Yeah.
in those places when he was physically able to do that,
Yeah.
So I think that's what hurt him is, and being Bruiser Brody at that time, he was like Bruiser Brody.
Yeah. No doubt. Sabu, he's went public and said that he's retired. He's a retired wrestler.
Now.
I recently seen him in Chillicothe, Ohio. I seen him in Chillicothe, Ohio a few months ago, and he said, I think I got one more left.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he should do it in Japan, something really big, on a grand scale, if he does have one last one?
I think that would be great if it was in Japan,
To
and they
be
made
honored.
a big deal about it.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be best. If he does it here, what promotion would represent Sabu in the right way right now?
Right.
I'm not saying there isn't one,
Right.
but he spent time in Impact, TNA.
Right.
You know, probably the most there.
Yeah, out of all of them. Yeah.
Outside of all of them, outside of ECW,
ECW,
there is no more ECW.
Right, right.
So
What do you think he'd do in AEW? Like just for a one-off, you think they would be honored and they would honor him the correct way?
I think they would. You know, would they give him a singles match? I don't know. The lights might go off, and here's Sabu standing in the middle of the ring, and
Yeah.
you know, he clears the ring, him and whoever else is in the ring, and
Yeah.
then he points up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know, would they give him a run there? I don't think so. I don't know if Sabu, and he might agree with this, I don't know if he has a run left.
Well, that's
in
what he
him.
said. He's got one
Got
match.
one more match
He's got
left.
one match, but
Yeah.
but
Sabu could have another 10 years if he wanted to.
I agree with that.
If he wrestled, you know, because I said this years ago to Too Cold Scorpio, I said that Sabu is the Sheik with wings.
That's the best way of putting
Yeah,
it.
he's the Sheik with wings. Now he could be the Sheik if he wanted to.
Right.
You know, but I don't think there's a promotion now that has anybody that wrestles like the Sheik.
That's true.
You know,
That's
that's
true.
gonna use foreign objects and bite
And
and
really,
brawl and fight.
and really, I don't think it's in Sabu's blood to tame himself like
To
that.
tame himself.
Should Sabu be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh wow.